Real Estate Tips Tuesday, and this week's tips, I'm going to talk about maybe something that you might not know, because after talking with several people about this, if you're not in the real estate business, you don't know this. So I'm going to talk about how Zillow is unreliable for your go-to needs in the real estate arena. So Zillow has become the generic version of online house hunting, just like Kleenex became the generic brand or name for a facial tissue. They're not as reliable as actually talking to a real estate professional. So here are some things that you should know about Zillow before you start to look for a home. So Zillow has a thing called a Zestimate. In the real estate industry, we like to laugh at it and poke fun, and there's tons of memes out there about a Zillow Zestimate. The reason why is because it's very unreliable information, basically. It doesn't give you a true value of your home because it doesn't have all the information. It doesn't include the upgrades that you had, or maybe there was an expansion on your house where you added a bathroom and a bedroom to your home and changed the square footage. And it doesn't always have up-to-date, reliable market information for your area. Number 2, and this is a big one that people do not know or understand. The agents that are featured on Zillow may know little to nothing about the property that you're interested in. Zillow's platform is a pay-to-play. So those agents that are featured on the site that you're looking at for a home, they are paying to be put on that spot. They are not the listing agent as you might think. So when you call them, they won't have the information that you're looking for. The next thing is that Zillow doesn't show all the available properties. Zillow's system, along with some of the other online services of house hunting programs out there, they don't have the most accurate list of information on homes that might be under contract or closed or sold. Their information is just old. It's not up to date, and you could find yourself loving a home that's for sale, but perhaps it's already closed and sold before you even get to it. So the information is unreliable because they pull from so many different MLSs that are in your area that the information is usually slow, behind, or inaccurate. Another thing that Zillow has is inaccurate information about the property, which kind of correlates with the previous one where you don't know what the property status is. So that's also another reason why you need to think about checking with a real estate agent in the area. Zillow's iBuyer program is new to the company, and just like all the other iBuyers out there, they are not making money off of this, especially in markets like Colorado, where it is a seller's market. So they're not getting bargains for these homes. So if they purchase these homes, which normally they have a threshold of about $400,000, so they're not really seen here in Colorado because we don't have a median home price of that. So when they find a property like that, they do minimal remodeling or updating to try to sell it to you. So when you find a home on their site that's for sale by them, you really don't have any negotiation room because they are not making any money on it. So that's something that you need to keep in mind about that. And also when you're selling a home, you don't get the benefits that you would with a real estate agent because these people are for-profit companies that are looking only to satisfy their stockholders and not the actual clients. Another thing that is an issue for Zillow, as I kind of mentioned before, is that they make most of their money through advertising sales through property management companies, real estate brokers, and lenders. So those companies or people pay to play on their website so that the customer is not the person who's purchasing or selling a home. You are not the customer. They're providing a service, but their customers are really the people that are paying them money to advertise on their website. So a lot of times they will, like I said earlier, it's a pay-to-play system, so the algorithms of Zillow don't necessarily promote the best qualified person to help you with this property. As the same thing with property that are for rental. Properties that are for rental might not actually be the ones that you're looking for, because those ones are being promoted by the ones that are paying for the position on Zillow's website. And the last thing to know about Zillow is that they have been involved in quite a few class action lawsuits because of some of their practices have been called into question. So these lawsuits are kind of what I alluded to earlier, that they're calling into question some of Zillow's practices of their pay-to-play platform and how they're promoting basically businesses or properties that are not necessarily the best for the customer. And like I said earlier, this system is set up so that it's not you, the buyer or the seller of a property, but their practices are based towards their stockholders. So whoever pays the most gets to play on their platform. So that's why some of their business practices have been called into the courtroom in some of these lawsuits. So these are just some things to think about when you're thinking about Zillow and all the other iBuyers and websites out there. They're not a website like the MLSs that we're used to, what agents use, that are the most accurate and up-to-date that you can find. So your best bet, if you're looking to buy and sell, is to reach out to your local real estate agent so that you can get the best information for you for what your needs are. Because real estate agents care more about their clients than Zillow or these other online search or home search programs. Real estate agents actually listen to what you want, and they're not based off of algorithms. So they're going to give you the best information, and they're going to get you the most accurate and realistic information than those computer algorithms that are based off of old facts and information. If you have any questions about any of the topics that I talked about, please contact me through any of my social pages. And if you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button so that you can get these types of tips into your email box every week. And until next week, have a wonderful rest of your week.